Hi guys, my name is Lady Aibo and welcome to my YouTube channel. As a matter of guest, this channel is all about fashion, everything fashion, from the tutorial to how to making clothes, cutting clothes, designing clothes, from the basic to the complex, both male and female, children, name them. We'll be talking about showing you how to go about cutting some clothes and all that. Yeah, this is my first time doing this, so stay tuned and hopefully you guys will be able to return. You'll be able to ask questions, drop comments on what styles you want us to make, and please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share so that we can expand and we'll be able to reach out to a lot of you that want to learn more about sewing, about cutting, about want to be stable in your making of your own designs. And I've had a lot of people that want to make clothes, that want to learn how to make clothes, but they don't know how to go about it. Here is an opportunity right now. I will try to make my videos as simple and easygoing as possible. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment more. Comment more on what videos of all styles you would want us to do in the next videos to come. So without further ado, we'll jump right into this video. So guys, what we want to cut here is the front part of the clothes, and the front, the front and the back. We need to divide the front into two, then the back into two also, before cutting it out. So but what we're measuring here is the widest part of the body, which is the hip, and the measurement is 49 plus 2 divided by 4. 49 is the body measurement. The 2 we added to the 49 is the ease measurement. The ease measurement is the room of a garment that allows you to move seats and braids. It is the amount of room a garment allows you to wear to move beyond the body measurements. For instance, let's say as our hip measurement is 49, and if our client was to get a clothes of the exact hip 49, it should be too tight for the wear, right? But if we have to add ease allowance, which is the 2, it will allow the wearer, our client, to be able to move properly. So that 49 inches plus 2 inches, the 2 inches is the ease allowance divided by 4. That gave us 13 inches. Then we add our sewing allowance, which is 1 inch. Which is 1 inch to 8. That's 14 inches. So we're measuring here 14 inches all to the side. But before you cut it, make sure you draw a straight line as you're seeing on the video, so that you can get an accurate measurement from the top. Then the next thing we do here is to measure the length of the top, which is 34. Length of the top is 34. You measure from the line you drew there, from the top, from the line 34. You measure it down as seen in the video. Then we add 2 inches for sewing allowance. For if you have to fold your clothes, for the folding allowance rather. So 2 inch plus 34 will give you 36. So we measure 36 downward, and sideward, remember, we measure 14 inches. Then we cut it. Again, remember, we're measuring 14 inches to the side. That's what is happening here. Measuring 14 inches. How we got the 14 inches again? We made use of our hip measurement, which is the widest part of the body, and that's 49. plus 2 inches. 2 inches is the ease allowance, and ease allowance is what again? Is the one that allows room in the garment, which allows you as a wearer to move easily so that the clothes will not be too tight. Okay, that's 2 inches, then divided by 4, which will give us 13 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Okay, measuring here very well so that we wouldn't make that mistake. Okay, to make sure that all sides are equal from top to down. Okay, we're taking our time here to get the measurements, so take your time, don't rush. So after that, once the measurement is confirmed, you cut it. Remember, your fabric is folded into 2. We are cutting out the front part. This is the front part of the measurement of the senator top rather. This is the front part. We are separating them. We are not cutting the front and the back together. We are just cutting the front part first. Okay, please pay attention properly. This is the front part, and for the top length is 34 plus 2 inches for the folding allowance. The folding allowance meaning when you want to fold your top, the down part of your top, you want to fold it, that 2 inches you fold inside. Okay, so this is the top. Remember, we only add 2 inches of the folding allowance, which gave us 36 inches. Okay, so this is the front part of the senator top. Then we'll move forward to cutting of the back part. We're going to cut out the back part now. Pay attention to this. The length of the front and the back are not equal. The back is always longer than the front. The back is always longer than the front. Reason being, men have broad shoulders. They have broad shoulders, so we need the back to fall forward, to fall to the front. If you are to make a guy's clothes, you don't cut it in the basic way. The basic way, if it were to be a woman or a basic clothing, you just cut it the same length. But since it's a guy's clothes, a senator clothes for that matter, we need the back to fall forward. If you've noticed in all senators, they always have this half cut at the back, and their back is always falling forward. The reason is the back is always longer than the front. Okay, what we're doing here is measuring the same 14 inches. The 14 inches, remember, we got it from our hip measurement, plus 2 inches divided by 4 plus 1. That is the same 14 inches we are measuring. The side is the same, but the length is not the same as the front. The back size is the same as the front size, but the back length is not the same. The back length is longer. We are measuring the 14 inches. Okay, the same 14 inches over here. So pay attention. We are measuring the same 14 inches. So stay on it. Then the next thing we will do after we measure this, okay, let's wait. We're taking our time. So after we measure that, we will a straight line at the top again to get a accurate what will I call it, cutting. If you notice, our fold here are not of the same length. The cut is not straight, so to get a straight cut, we have to really straight line. So here, what I'm trying to show here, our measurement is, remember, for the front part of the top, the top length is 34 plus 2 inches gives us 36, but for the back, that 36, we add 4 inches to it, which will give us 40. Again, we are measuring 40 from the line that we draw, then that will get us our measurements. Remember, we add 4 inches. We're adding 4 inches to the back. So 4 inches plus 36 gives us 40. So we are making use of 40 inches for the back measurement. You can my advice, you can add more than that if you want. You can add 5 inches, but my advice, to get a standard measurement for the back, my advice is to use 4 inches. Add 4 inches to the back and cut. That's what we're doing now. We're cutting it. Remember, you get your measurement from the straight line you ruled. Hey, Jesus. Sorry, this is my first time doing this, so hopefully I'm getting this is getting easy for us here. Okay, we put that aside, then we cut also from the line we drew. So that is our back side. Remember, it's also folded into 2. It is also folded into 2. So we bring our front and place it on the back. This place will entails making a senator's clothes. Senator's clothes entails a lot of ironing, so make sure your iron is ready beside you at not too hot temperature, so you wouldn't burn your fabric. You see what I'm talking? The back is longer than the front. The front is the shorter length and the back is the longer one. Make sure you place them on each other well. Make sure they are not, will I say they are not overlapping, but watch as I'm placing them. Okay, good. So you place them on each other well, like that, and you iron them. Yeah, you iron them flat. You flatten these folded parts with iron, so you can get your accurate measurements with time. Yeah, like it's being done there. You flatten them, that side, the folded parts, with the iron. So after that, I try to adjust my fabric to be exactly on each other the same length. You see, carefully adjust them, make sure that they are placed on each other accurately. Then I iron it again once more to make it flatten the edges. So that's that. Then we go to the next thing, which is getting the shoulder slope. Getting the shoulder slope. Okay. To get the shoulder slope is not the same as the basic measurement. I'm making use of 2.5 here. Remember, the minimum of getting the shoulder slope for a senator top is 2. You can make use for 2. If it's for a child, you can make use of 2. An adult 2.5. The maximum is 4. But to make a standard shoulder slope, you make use of 3.5, which is what I'm making use of here. I make use of 3.5 inches. I measure it and draw a straight line to the other folded part, the edge of the folded part, as seen in the camera, in the video. Sorry, like that. Draw a straight line. You see? Then you cut it off. Remember, the front and the back are placed on each other. This place you're cutting, they are placed. See the way they're placed. I don't know how to explain how they're placed. You see the way they're placed. Then you cut it. After that, you move the front, which is on top. You move it downward so that it's aligned. The bottom, the two bottom, the front and the back bottom are aligned together on the same length, of the same length. Like the bottom are on the same edge. Placed on the same length. What am I saying? Hope you guys are understanding this. I believe this is simple enough and easy enough to understand. You see the way I moved it, placed it together. Then the next thing we are doing is measuring on the top part. We measure 1/2 inches. You can make use of 3 points. You can make use of 3/8, but I'm making use of 1/2 inches. 1/2 inches work perfectly for me. I measure 1/2 inches there, then come to this other side, measure 1/2 inches. Then notice what you're doing. We fold the back part to fall on the top part to reach exactly where the 1/2 inch measurement touches. Hope you get that. The fold is touching. You know that we measure 1/2 inch on the front part. So this fold at the back is stopping exactly where that 1/2 inch stops. Then you iron it as flat as possible. Make it flat, because that is what we hold that place down. Your ironing, you need to iron it, as you need to be careful not to burn your clothes with your iron, but at the same time you need to iron that place very flat. You see how careful I was? I was ironing it, and at the same time I was making sure my fold did not pass the 1/2 inch I measured. Hope you're taking notes. I was being so careful with that place. I was ironing it and making sure at the same time my fold did not overpass or did not pass the 1/2 inch I measured. See how careful I was being there? And at the same time I was making sure I wasn't burning my clothes. Yeah, that would be a total disaster. That would be a total disaster. So as you're watching this, please guys, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like. Please like, subscribe, share it to your friends. Please don't forget to do those things. And also comment your opinion. Comment what you want us to do. Comment what you think needs adjustment in our next video. Are you seeing? I was still trying to be I was being super careful in this, but you need to be careful in this, but you don't need to rush it. Just take your time. Be careful. At this point, I think I've lowered 48 here. I'm not sure, but I was making sure that it is well ironed, and also it didn't pass my half-inch measurement. So I think that was that. I was finally able to achieve what I was aiming for. So yeah, that was that. See how flat the thing is looking. So that's that. Now moving on to our armhole measurements. No, to our shoulder measurements. Our shoulder measurement is, my client's shoulder measurement is 21. You divide it by 2, which is 10.5. Then you add half inch. 10.5 plus half inch. That half inch is your allowance, your sewing allowance. Then that is 11. Then you come down from that point you measure your shoulder measurement, the same 11 inches you come down. Then where you came down, you measure the same 11 inches to give you, I hope you see it there. Everything we measured, the 3 points we measured here are 11 inches. 11 inches. Then we draw. Then we connect the shoulder to the armhole. We're trying to get the armhole measurement. So that's there is the back armhole measurement. We've gotten the back armhole measurement. The next is to get the front armhole measurement. And to do that, we look for the midpoint of the 11 inches, which is 5.5, as seen in the picture, in the video rather. 5.5, we connect it out, we mark it out rather. Then coming in, not out, coming in by half inches, we came inside by half inches. From that half inches that we came inside, we connect to the line that we are seen in the video. Yeah, I can see we draw a curve to that line there. Yeah, can you see? Then you connect from the half inches upward to the shoulder measurements, like that. And there is our front measurement. That's the front measurement, and that's the back measurement for the armhole. Okay, then the next is on this line here. We're going to measure our chest measurements. We measure our chest measurement there. Then coming down, we measure our shoulder to waist measurement. To get is on that line, we will get our waist measurement. Our shoulder to waist measurement is 23. We measure it like that, 23. And to be sure that we get a straight line, we come down to the edge of the top. We measure from the edge of the top to where our 23 stop, as seen in the picture. Why am I saying picture? As seen in the video. Then the measurement you get there, you move it to the other side and measure it. Then draw a straight line. There you get your straight line for your waist measurement. Okay, so that's on that line, on that new line is where you will measure your waist measurement, and on the armhole there is where you measure your chest. And our chest measurement is 48.5 divided, again 48.5 plus 2. Don't forget the is measurement 2. You're adding 2 to the measurement, plus 2 divided by 4 will give us 12.875. We measure it there. Then the 1 inches allowance, you add it. Then for our waist measurement, we got 11. We got 12.5. Oh, sorry. Plus 2. Sorry, 48 plus 2 divided by 4. Same there. Then our 1 inch allowance. then our 1 inch allowance. Then the next, we would have measured the waist measurement, but we don't need, the hip measurement, but already we have the material is already the hip measurement, so no need for that, which is 13. And the only thing we need to measure here is the chest and the waist. Then we connect the dots and we come down from the waist and just shape it, just to shape it like that. You see how we've shaped it? Yes, like that. Then coming up, we are going to measure our neck measurement. We're making use of 4.5 sideways, 4.5, then coming down also 4.5. That is what we measure in both points there, 4.5. We measure 4.5, then we connect our dots like that. It's better to hand free to draw and sketch. To sketch the curve with your hand. I think so. It's much better to sketch it with your hand. Yeah, like that. So our neck measurement, what we're making use of is 21. So to confirm it's 21, we measure it like that, just to measure, to confirm that we are actually on the right track. You see the way we're measuring it? Okay. Seeing the way we're measuring it, we measure it like that to confirm that we're on the right track. That is too much. That is not 21. We're supposed to get 11. Then 11 times 2 will give us 21. Then we curve it again. We come in by our curve just to make sure that we're getting it. We move our curve inside like that. Then we will curve it. I came inside with more. Then I measure again. If you notice, maybe pay attention. We are now making use of the innermost curve. You see, like that. Are you seeing? Yeah, like that. Yeah, and there it is. We get our 11. So that's 20. Oh, sorry, that should be, yeah, that's 11. So pay attention to how this is being cut. Pay close attention to how we are cutting the neck. You see, the scissors goes in between the flap, the fold of the back. Hope you're getting that. As seen in the picture, then we cut. We put the scissors goes in between, and we cut and stop exactly where the neck measurement stops. Don't go further. Then we go down. You see now. Then we go down and cut just the front measurement, the front part. We place the scissors in between the front and the back and cut like that. Hope you've seen it. And that is our front and that is our back. Then for the shoulder, for the armhole, first we cut off the back. We first cut off the back measurement. didn't know my hand was blocking your hair. But what we're doing here is cutting off the back measurement like that. Sorry, I didn't know my hand was blocking you. Next time I'll make sure my video is situated at a suitable place. My camera rather is placed at a much more suitable place. Then for the front, you open the back, then cut the front separately. Are you saying that? I was trying so hard because I know I would kind of be blocking, but I didn't know I was actually blocking that way. Then we cut. Okay, I hope you can still follow what I'm doing here. Like that. Then you place your. Okay, that's the back. And are you saying that's the back? And that's the front. You see that the front comes in inside than the back. Okay, then we shape our side, and that is all. So guys, I hope this video has been easy to follow, and I hope you'll be able to create your own styles. If you're able to create your own, please share me the link, and so that I can or do a video, send it to me so I can see what you're able to achieve, so we can celebrate together. Okay, so that is that in cutting a senator's top. So till next time guys, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share and comment on this video. In the next videos our next videos will be about cutting of senators trousers and sleeve. Then if I'm able to, I will show you how I joined these senators top together. I sew them up. So what we're doing here is cutting the back. Make sure your hand is as straight. What we measure there is 7 inches. We measure 7 inches from the shoulder down. Make sure when you're wheeling a straight line, make sure your hand is as straight as possible. Okay, make sure your hand is as straight, and disconnect and cut it off. So guys, here you see the back, the front will be seen it. Please don't forget to like, comment and share. See you in our next video. Love you guys.